There's been whispering that the old corp didn't do the job quite right in Antwerta, left a lot behind in their rush to dig more holes. Have you heard the tales of the forgotten mine? Legends say that the old shaft might just be hiding some of the most valuable minerals left on this entire broken down planet. Of course, you know the saying, where treasure lies, a driller finds. And with so many treasures ready for the taking, drillers from all corners are rushing to fill their mech's cargo holds with the shiniest minerals they can get their robotic hands on. But I see that glimmer in your eye. The lure of that pit is calling to you. Perhaps with a little elbow grease, you may yet become the next driller of legend. Today we are playing Drillers. This is a teaching playthrough, so by the time we finish, you will know everything you need to know to start playing. Welcome to the board game cabin. My name is Eric. I already prepared the setup and laid out the main board, which consists of 7 floors. We have the surface, we have the mine entrance, and the 5 underground floors. Most of these floors are currently blocked by barrier tiles that we'll have to drill through to reach the deeper, more valuable minerals. The heart of our mech is our dashboard. It tracks our fuel level, how much movement points and drill points we have. We have our storage capacity over here and our progress track on the top. One unique thing in this game is how we handle our deck. The deck consists of 8 starting cards and 1 of these damage cards. The deck is shuffled, but you always start with this torso card on the top. Usually we keep our cards face up in a special card stand, meaning we can always see the top card of our deck to plan our next move around it. But since we're playing solo today and so you can see it, I will just not use the stand and just have my deck lying here. Our goal is to be crowned the Driller of Legend by having the most victory points at the end of the game. We earn these points by collecting these minerals, drilling mine tiles, both these barriers and these corridors, and hitting these specific milestones before our opponent. Every turn follows a structure of 3 phases. Now we'll display them here for the first few phases. We have operations, surfacing, and upkeep, and it's in that order. During operations, we spend fuel to play cards to move our mech and drill for riches. Surfacing is special. It only happens if we end our operations phase on this surface floor, allowing us to sell minerals and buy these cards from the shop here. We can also upgrade our mech. And finally, it's the upkeep, where we discard our played cards and draw 3 new ones. The game ends when someone triggers a collapse by completing this progress track. When that happens, everyone else gets one final turn to scramble back to the surface before the scores are tallied. In the solo mode, we're facing off against our greedy arch nemesis, Greg. We are playing on the 3-star difficulty, as you can see down here. 1 star is easy and 4 star is the hardest, and these are found on the back of all of these dashboards. While we play exactly like we would in a multiplayer game, Greg operates on a simplified system, which I will explain on Greg's turn. And I think that is everything that you need to know for now. I know this is a lot to take in, but don't worry, I will explain everything as we go. All right, we're ready to start our descent into the mine. In solo, we're always the first player, and we start with 2 coins and a hand of 3 cards. So we're starting our first operations phase here on the surface. To get down to these riches here, we need movement points. And I'm going to play a card from my hand called Spider Legs. To use a card's main effect, we spend the fuel cost listed on the lower left side in red here, moving our fuel indicator down on our fuel tank dashboard. This will generate 2 movement points that we can count here. You see the arrows here are movement. The other option when playing a card is that we can gain fuel instead. So we would just play this to go up 2 fuel in our fuel tank. We were full, so we had no reason to do that now. Okay, so let's start by using 1 movement point to go down to the entrance, and then another movement point to reach floor 2. Now that we are on a floor with minerals, we have 3 different stuff that we can do. We can either spend these drill symbols that we'll generate with these cards to take minerals. 1 mineral for each drill point. We can also excavate this corridor. On this floor, it costs 2 drill points, as you can see there. And that would release more minerals on this floor and also give us the tile to our progress track here. And the last thing is to remove barriers. To reach deeper levels of the mine, we have to remove these barrier tiles. We have to spend drills equal to the number of those tiles. Once removed, the tiles also go to our progress track here, and we reveal the floor card underneath. Okay, I think we start with excavating this corridor. So I'll play this mining arm card for 6 fuel, going down to 3 fuel. We now have 3 drills that you can tally up here. We will use 2 of them to excavate. So we go down to 1 drill. So we just simply take this tile to our progress board here, and we add this silver and gold to the level for everybody to be able to mine. These tiles here are worth victory points, and they're also the primary way that we drive the game towards the end. When this raw here is full, the game ends. Or the tile crosses over the minerals in your overflow area, which I will explain later. We also have one special thing here with this floor card called the Ritz. This symbol here means every time someone excavates a corridor on this floor, they gain 2 credits. So we get 2 credits, and we're now up to 4 credits. We still have 1 drill point and this torso card. So let's spend 1 fuel here, going down to 2. And with the torso, we can choose to either get 1 drill point or 2 movement points. We will choose the drill point here, going up to 2. And I think we will just use these 2 drill points that we have to just grab minerals. You grab 1 mineral for each drill point you have. Gold are a little bit better than silver, so I'll take 1 gold and 1 silver. And when you gather them, you place them down here in your storage area. And in the beginning, you can only store 2, but you can upgrade the storage later. There's also these 3 options that you can always use that I will explain. You can always spend 3 fuel to get 1 movement point. These ones are going down, of course. And we also have 4, you can spend 4 fuel to get 1 drill point. You can also take one of these damage cards indicated here once per turn to get 3 fuel. Since we are currently underground, we won't be visiting the surface shops this turn. This means we'll skip the surfacing phase. So you only do the surfacing phase if you are up here at the end of your operations phase. So we will just go straight to Upkeep. And in the Upkeep phase, there's 4 steps that you have to do in order. First, we can save 1 card in our hand for free if we want to. We don't have any cards in our hand to save. For every other card we want to save, we have to pay 1 fuel. Then we clear our play area by putting them into our discard pile over there. We also be sure to reset our drill and movement meters here. And the third step is to draw 3 cards. You always draw 3 cards, not up to a hand of 3. So if you saved 1 card, you would have 4 cards for the next turn. And lastly, we refill the shop if we bought any cards. We didn't this turn, so we can skip that step. And now it is Greg's turn. Greg doesn't care about fuel, he doesn't buy new cards, and he ignores these texts on the floor cards. Instead, he uses this action board. And Greg's turn depends on where he starts. If he starts on the surface, he takes an action turn. With an action turn, you just flip this top card of his deck and you look only at this red fuel cost. We find the cost on the action board. 6 is 3+ here. And look at the leftmost column that still has empty mineral slots up here. So we'll check this column here. So where those two intersect is the actions that Greg will do. So Greg will have 3 drill points, he will take 1 mineral, and he will move. Greg uses his drills based on a strict priority list that you find over here. He always tries to remove a barrier first, then he tries to excavate the deepest corridor, then he will take a red mineral, and then it goes down like this. He will always at least take 1 silver, even if there are no minerals there. Since he has 3 drill points, he will actually be able to remove this barrier. So we will move this barrier to Greg over there and reveal this floor card called Rad Bath. So it has the same symbol as before. Whenever someone excavates a corridor on this level, we would gain 5 fuel and 1 of these damage cards. Now Greg doesn't have any drill points left. If he did, he would go through the priority list again. This icon in the middle here means that he will grab the most valuable mineral. And he doesn't need to be on the floor. He just stays up there until he moves. So he'll just take the most valuable mineral that is open. And that is this sapphire. He'll take this and place it on his first slot here. When Greg takes a mineral, it goes to the dashboard, but it takes 2 silver or gold, these yellow and gray cubes, to fill 1 of these slots. So you can see, so it would be like this if we had 2 silvers. If we only had 1 silver, we would save it here until we had 2 of them, and we put it like this to fill 1. And you can also combine it with the gold, of course. The last icon here means that Greg moves, and Greg will always move to the best floor. That is the open floor with the most rubies, that's the red ones, then emeralds, then sapphires, then gold, then silver. So he will now move to this gold mineral because it's the best for him. If the floors are tied in value, the bot simply moves to the bottom-most tied floor. One thing to watch out for in solo play is that the game also ends if the bot draws the very last card of its deck. So we are on a bit of a clock as well. And I will show you Greg's other type of turn on his next turn. And now it's back to us. We will play this grabber card here to get fuel, because we only have 2 fuel here. So we will go up to the green symbol here, means we get fuel. So now we have enough to play both of these cards. And before I do that, I want to use our drone here. We have 3 drones and 1 starts active. The drone can go up to the surface and sell 1 of our minerals, or we can buy 1 of these cards. And I want to sell a mineral. So when selling minerals, you see there are slots here. So first we have to flip this bot. He's going up, selling this gold for us. So you can see the lowest slider here, the lowest place here for gold is 5. So we get 5 credits for him selling. I'm doing this so we can get some space in our cargo to get more silver here. I will then pay 1 more fuel here to drill. So we get 1 drill point. You don't always have to use these. I'm just doing it now for teaching purposes. So we have 1 drill point, so we can drill 1 of these silvers, putting it into our cargo here. Remember, this triggers only when we excavate a corridor. And now we can spend 2 more fuel to go 1, 2, to go 3 movement. So we go 1, 2, go up to the surface. We now end our operations phase on the surface. We can't do anything else. We could take damage and drill more and stuff, but I saw no reason to do that. We can now do the surface phase, and in this surface phase we can do a lot of stuff in any order we like. And it's important to see here that the surface phase is between operations and upkeep. So we haven't yet discarded these cards. So the cards we buy now from the market will be put on top of our deck, and we will be able to use them immediately next turn. So we have the first thing is to sell minerals. So we get to sell our haul of minerals that we have in our cargo. So we take the minerals from our storage and move them to the place. So you see we have 2 silver here. So I get 4 for the first one and 3 for the second one. So we get 7 credits. 1. Let's say we had more. This would eventually overflow into this overflow area. And whenever the overflow area and the progress track meets, that's the end. That triggers the end of the game. So if it would look like this, I had filled tiles all over here, and it would overlap this overflow area. That would be my last turn. And Greg would have 1 more turn to do stuff. And also you can see when overflowing certain minerals doesn't give you any coins or credits at all. Especially silver and gold give you 0. Sapphires, emeralds, and rubies get you credits. The second symbol here is that we can discard cards from our hand. So we can get 2 coins for each card we discard. Then you have this on the top. It's the buying cards and advanced tech. The surface camp has 4 different shops where you can buy new cards. So when we pay the credit cost up in the right corner, the card goes on the top of our deck. Some of these higher tier cards also requires batteries, as you can see, which you only get. Greg has 1 battery here that he could flip. He will not use them, but you can get batteries from the 3rd floor, the 5th floor, I think, and all of these barriers. There's also permanent cards. We don't have any permanent cards out now, so I will explain them later. We can also upgrade our rig. We can spend our hard-earned credits to make our mech better. We can pay 3 credits to increase our cargo hold, like this, for every 3 credit. And we can also spend credits to increase our fuel tank. So every step, this first step costs 2, 2, 3, and so on. Upgrading the fuel is huge because it allows us to make a much longer, more powerful turn before needing to go back up to refuel. The next thing we can do is to repair. And our starting deck starts with a lot of old garage cards that are actually worth negative points. You can see the stock propeller. All my starting cards here are worth -1 and -2. And we also start with one of these damage cards, which is -3 points. So we can pay 5 credits once per turn to perform a repair. And this let us choose 1 card from our hand, discard pile, or the top of our deck or in our play area, and remove it from the game entirely. One really cool thing with this game is if you remove a card from your hand, you get to draw a new card to replace it immediately. And the last thing we can do, as you can see on this icon, is to refuel. So we'll get max fuel before we go down again. Okay, I think we'll go crazy and buy a lot of cards. I buy these wheels on heels for 5 credits. This will let me, for 1 fuel, get 2 movement points, and we get to draw a new card. Then we will buy this utility bot as well for 2 credits. This symbol is to draw a new card, as I said. This one will let us pay 0. We get a movement point, and we can either replenish 2 drones here, or we can repair a card, which is really great. You don't replenish the market until in the upkeep phase. So I will actually... should we buy one of these or upgrade some stuff? This jackhammer is cool. Whenever you drill a corridor or barrier, gain 1 fuel. I usually spend my money to upgrade the mech here, but let's try another. Let's pay 9 for this jackhammer. So we don't have any more. We should have maybe repaired as well. But now we bought 3 cards. We then can, of course, refuel. This is on 0. Now we go into Upkeep. We will refill the shop. So this is a drilling shop. Like, focuses on drills. This one focuses on movement. This one is more like utility. And this one is the special cards. We then put our cards from the play area into our discard, and then we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So we now have all the new cards that we bought, which is great. Okay, now it's back to Greg. And when Greg starts his turn underground, he takes a reset turn. And you can see these symbols here. So when he's underground, he will do these 5 things that I will explain. And when he is on the surface, he will draw 1 card from his deck. First, he will grab the 2 most valuable minerals on its current floor. So he have one of these golds, and whenever there's no minerals on his floor to be taken, he will just take 1 from the supply here. And whenever you have 2 of these silver or gold ones, they will fill up 1 slot like this. Then he will go to the surface, and for every gold and silver he took, we will discard the lowest cards from the shop. And for the other minerals he took, we'll discard the highest cards. So now we will discard the 2 lowest cost cards in the shop, which is this 2 here. Go to discard pile. And I think it's this 5. Yes. So refresh. Okay, it's back to us. Let's start by playing this wheels on heels for 1 fuel. We get 2 movement points, and we get to draw 1 card, which is this damage card. We then play this utility bot for 0 fuel. We get 1 movement point, and we can either now refresh 2 of these, or we could repair. I think we'll just refresh 2 drones here. We'll then use these 3 movement points to go down 1, 2, 3. We'll then spend 3 fuel, going down to 6, to play this jackhammer. We then get 3 drills, and whenever you drill a corridor or barrier, we'll gain 1 fuel. Remember, we can always use 4 fuel to get 1 more drill, or 3 fuel to get 1 more movement. Now we'll spend 4 fuel to get 1 more drill, going up to 4. And I'm doing that because I want to drill through this barrier here. When drilling through a barrier, you get this on your progress track. And now we will do something that's called milestones. Whenever you or Greg covers one of these lines, you will get the corresponding milestone. So This will give us 4 points in the end. And all other players get 3 credits in multiplayer. When playing against Greg, he'll just get 1 of these silvers. So we'll cover this. And then we will reveal the new floor. But before I talk about that, it also releases these 2 cards, making this high technology store here bigger. So when you drill a barrier, you always move down for free. And this eye here is when revealed, so we'll get 2 fuel when revealed. It's called the chill out zone. We also get 2 fuel when we drill here, or when we excavate a corridor. And at the end, if we stay here in the end of our turn, of our operations phase, we will lose 1 fuel, and we will gain a damage. These drills are used, of course. And also with the jackhammer, this symbol means if we play this during this turn, whenever we will drill a corridor or a barrier, we'll gain 1 fuel. So we'll have 1 extra fuel here. And I will use 4 fuel to gain 1 drill to take 1 of these really valuable emeralds. I will then skip. That's the end of the operations phase. So we'll lose 1 fuel in the end, or take a damage, but I think I will lose a fuel. In the upkeep, we will then save this damage card, or we could just play it for the fuel right now, but I'll save it. There's no need. And then we discard our played cards to the discard, and then we draw 3 cards. So we draw 1, 2, and whenever there's no card in your deck, you reshuffle. So it's not when you have to draw a card, it's whenever it's empty. So you just reshuffle. You put it like this, and then you draw your third card. Now it's back to Greg. Let's see, he will do an action turn because he is on the surface. So action turn, on the surface, draw a card. He'll check the red here. We go here, 0, and then intersect with the place where there's still open spaces on this gem track. So he will just collect the most valuable mineral. That's the only thing that he will do. And the most valuable mineral is this sapphire. He will take it and he will stay there. You remember the blue symbol is movement. So we'll just not move. He will stay there, drawing another card next turn. Okay, now we have 0 fuel. So we'll spend this crutch and this damage card to get 4 fuel. 4 fuel. We will spend 3 of that fuel to use our jackhammer. We get 3 drills. And whenever we drill a corridor barrier, we'll gain 1 fuel. I will spend those 3 to drill this corridor. We now have to put a gold, a sapphire, and 1 emerald on this floor. When you drill a corridor barrier, we'll gain 1 fuel, so go up to 2. We will use this vantage drill, and it says 0 fuel. We get 1 drill, but it also says remove this card from the game. So when we use the bottom here, we have to do this text. If we use it for fuel, we don't have to remove it. So we'll remove that from the game, but we got 1 drill. We use that drill to take this other emerald here. We will skip the surfacing step, go straight to upkeep. We won't save any cards. We won't refill the shop. We will draw 3 cards. We'll also place these in the discard and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. One thing I want to explain is you can always flip these over. So you see here, if we flip this one over, we get 2 credits and 1 less point. So we'd only have 3 points in the end for this one. The same for these tiles, but here we get a battery. and 1 less point, so we would get 14 in the end. And this one will gain us a movement and also a reduction of 2 points. Okay, back to Greg. He is on the surface, so he will take an action turn, drawing a card. It's a 1, so now we go into the next column here. 1 and here, so he'll have 2 drill points and take the most valuable. So he starts by drilling. So we go down the priority list here. He can't do the next barrier. It's 5 drill points. There's no red ones. The 5 is down here. It's not open. There's no green emeralds. He would try to do this one, but he only has 2 drills, so, and it costs 3, so he won't do that. Then he go down. Okay, he will use 1 drill point to take this sapphire. And the second drill point will be to take this gold here, because he when using the sapphire, he will reduce his drills down to 1 and won't be able to do these 2. And his last, so that was his 2 drill points, and then he will also take the most valuable on any floor. Sorry, these go like that, and then he will take and put that there. So remember, yellow and black needs 2 for covering a slot. And that was Greg's turn. Now it's back to us. Sorry, I forgot to lose 1 fuel here in the chill out zone because I stayed there. This turn we will go back to the surface. We'll play this to gain some fuel. Go up to 3. Then we use the torso for 1 fuel, gaining us 2 movement points. Then we spend the spider leg for 1 fuel, gaining us 2 more. So we have 4 movement points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go into surfacing phase, and let's start by selling our emeralds here. We get 8 for each. 16. So 3 5s. 1 of these 6s. Do we have the damage? We have the damage here. We could spend 5 to get rid of the damage. I think I just want to upgrade our mech here. Let's keep the damage in for now. I will spend 10 credits. You see, for every step we take here, we spend 2, 2, 3, 3. I will spend 4 plus 6. I will spend 10. So I will move this 2, 4, 7, and finally 10. I'll spend 10 credits to increase our fuel tank, and I will spend 6 to increase our storage capacity twice. Like that. And that is everything I want to do. I'll refill the tank to max. I'll then go into the upkeep. Don't want to save any cards. One thing I haven't explained yet is this token here. We can flip this to refresh one of these shops. So if I don't like these cards, I could refresh them and remove them and take 2 new cards. And this would be worth 0 points in the end, but if we don't do it, it's 1 point in the end. Okay, upkeep. Let's throw these cards, and we also have to refresh, but now it's Greg again. He will do an action turn. 2. So now he will drill 3. He will drill this corridor here, releasing some minerals on like these that are on the tile. He will then pick up the most valuable one, which is the green ones, put it here, and then he will move down to this spot here. And that is Greg's turn. Sorry, in the upkeep we would have, of course, drawn 3 cards. Did we have the damage here? Yes. So let's start with playing our utility bot for 0. We get 1 movement. We'll use it to repair so we can remove this damage from our deck. We could have refreshed 2 of the drones, but let's don't do that now. We spend Wheels on Heels for 1 fuel to get 2 more movement points and draw a card. Let's just spend 2 more, go down to 11 to play this stock propeller. Now we have 6. So let's go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was overkill, but it's still cheaper than playing that one. Maybe, let's do that. Then we play 1 to use this claw. We still have 2 movement points if we want to use them. We get 1 drill. So let's drill this sapphire for 1. Then we pay 4 fuel to drill this gold as well. Putting it in our cargo. That's it. We will discard, draw a new 1, and then we shuffle. Oh, sorry. Of course, we're drawing from the bottom. So we do like this, and then we draw 2 cards. Put our deck in there. It's Greg's turn. He will take a reset turn. He'll take the 2 most valuable ones here. That's why I went here and grabbed these, so Greg wouldn't have them. Now he'll take 2 of these instead. So we have 1 here, but he will take these, and then he will go up, and he will refresh because it was 2 silver he took. You remember, silver and gold, we take the lowest cards, so we have a 0 here and a 4 there. That goes away, and we refresh. If it's anything else than gold and silver, Greg takes the highest cards from this place. Okay, back to us. I think we use this drone first to sell this sapphire. So the drone goes up and sell this for 6 credits. I do this so we can refresh some more. We get 1 movement point, and we also get to refresh 2 drones. So now we have 3 drones. We'll then pay 6 fuel, go down to 0 to yeah, let's do it. To excavate this corridor here. We have 3 drills. We need 3 drills, so we'll excavate it. We'll cover up another of these milestones. When doing so, Greg gets 1 of these, covering up another. We get 2 sapphires and an emerald to the floor. Whenever we do that on the chill out zone, we get 2 fuel. Thinking about using our movement to go up, not to get this penalty here. I think we'll just stay and take the penalty. We'll save the spider leg for next turn, and we'll take 1 penalty here. We go to upkeep. We keep 1 card for free. If we want to keep all 3 cards, we had to pay 1 fuel for every other past 1. More than 1. And then we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Now it's Greg. He will do action turn. 0. He will drill 1. So he will take the most valuable mineral. And then he will take the most valuable mineral. So I'll take this. That's not good for us. And he stays up there, meaning he's drawing his deck faster. When this deck runs out, the game ends. This is tough. Should we drill and just go up, or what should we do? Let's stay down and drill. We'll play this stock propeller for 3 fuel. We'll play this spider leg for 2 fuel. We use the claw here. Sorry, we don't have any movement. To get 1 drill, costs 1 fuel. And then we play the torso for 1 fuel to get 1 more drill. I think we'll use the drones here and sell this gold for 4 credits. Now we have 10 credits. I will use a drone again to buy a card. And I think I'll use my battery here, flipping this over, to be able to buy this Rocket Engine Pro for 9. So we have 1 left. So this is gives us 4 movement and 1 repair. I will use my 4 last energy here, fuel, to drill and take this sapphire. No, sorry, I have 2 drill points left. Sorry, let's don't do that. Let's use it to excavate instead. Take this, all my 3 drill points. So now we get 3 sapphires there. 1, 2, 3. We put this over here. And now this is covering the line. So you see it has to cover the line, not the symbol. So we get this as well. Greg will get 1 of those. Whenever that happens. When we drill, we get 2 fuel. And in the end of our operations phase, we'll lose 1 fuel. Going to Upkeep. Let's discard all these cards. We refresh the market. We draw 3 new cards. 1, 2, 3. We have a lot of movement here. Wow. We don't have much fuel though. Okay, Greg takes an action phase again. 2, 5 drills. 1 take minerals and 1 move. So 5 drills, he will take this next barrier. And reveal this one. It's a dispatch. It says at the end of your operations phase, gain 2 coins for each face-up drone you have. Ooh, that's great for us. Or you can pay 1 fuel to refresh a drone. So Greg used all his 5 drills. Then he will take the most valuable, which is this ruby. Put it there. Then he will move to the best floor. And he will go to this where there's an emerald. Okay, that is Greg's turn over. I really want to stay down until I get more stuff. I can't, if I go up, I don't have anything to sell, so let's just stay down here. I think we'll actually use this Rocket Engine Pro for fuel. So go up to 5. We then pay 1 of those fuels to get 2 movement points and draw a card. So let's draw this card. We then use 1 of our movement points to go down here. We pay 4 fuel to get 2 drill points. And use those 2 drill points to collect these 2 minerals. And then we'll just save the crutch for now. In the end, this dispatch gains us 2 coins for each active drone we have. So, oh yeah, we get 2 because we have 1 active drone. And that's our turn. Discard, take this, and now we have to reshuffle and draw 2 new cards. Do it every time. Okay. Like that. Now it's Greg. He will do a reset turn. He will take 2 of those. And he'll go up here, removing the lowest cards. We have a 3 and a 2. Oh, perfect. Now we have one of these permanent cards, 2 permanent cards. So instead of, when buying these, instead of shuffling them into your deck, you would keep them on the side here, and they will be like passive things. So once per turn, if you have the hover pads here, you get 1 movement. And this one, once per turn, you refresh one of your drones, which is really cool. Okay, back to us. Greg only have 3 cards left in his deck, so the end is near. Let's start by using a drone here to sell our sapphire for 6 credits. We use this mining arm for 3 fuel, going up to 3. Sorry, we don't have any movement points. We'll use this crutch for free to get 1 movement point. Let's move up here. We spend 3 drills. Sorry, 3 fuel to get 3 drills. 1, 2, 3. We'll take 3 of these. So should we just go for that? Let's take 3 emerald sapphires, sorry, for our 3 drill points. We don't have 1, 2, 3. Oh, if we could have taken a damage nearly going up to the top here, but we can only do that once, so we can't take 2 damage to get extra fuel. So I'll keep this for next turn, and we go up next turn. We discard and then draw 3. 2, 3. Now it's Greg. Shouldn't he have been moved? No, he did a reset last turn, I think. Okay, 1. This one, he gets 3 drills and take the best one. He doesn't move. 3 drills is taking this first, yes. So we get 1 and 2 blue on this floor, and then he will take the best one, which is a blue. And now his score track is full, so his overflow area will start to be filled here. He won't move this turn, so back to us. Do we have anything that we want to repair? Yes, let's repair the crutch here. So we will play... We need 4 fuel. Let's use these both for to get fuel. No, sorry, we only need 2 fuel. Let's start with playing this one. 2 fuel. We'll spend the 2 fuel to get 5 movement points. And repair. So let's repair the crutch, removing it from the deck. Let's just use our 5 movement points to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 left. Doesn't matter. We want to stay there. Now we are in the surfacing phase. We want to sell some stuff. We sell this for 7. This for 5. That is 12. So let's start with that. 12. And then you can see for every sapphire we get into the overflow area here, we get 4. So put them up there. So we get 8 more here. Well, now we have a lot of money. We have 29. We don't have any batteries left. I use that for my Rocket Engine Pro. So let's start repairing some stuff. We can repair once only. So pay 5 to repair this claw, -2. Remember, you can repair in your hand, in your discard pile, in your play area. So I'll remove that, costs 5. I'll think I want to drill a lot now, so I'll pay 9 for this harpoon drill. Costs 9. Let's pay 6 for the mining drone as well. Then it would be great to have some movement as well, but we need to increase our storage capacity. Let's increase the storage capacity. Nah. We have 9 left, so let's use it to upgrade our fuel once and our storage capacity twice. 1, 2. Let's do that. We then go into Upkeep. Oh, sorry, we have to fill our fuel. We may keep 1 card. Let's do that for 1 fuel. And then 1 extra card, sorry. Then these go into there. We refresh here. And we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And now it's Greg. He will get 1 here. So he will drill 3. And then take the most valuable. So if there's any green stuff, he would prioritize that. But now he will prioritize drilling this one. Taking a blue and a green here, using all of his drills, and then he will take the most valuable one, which is the green one, put it in his overflow area. Well, this one is a permanent one. Okay, let's spend 1 fuel here for 2 movement points, and then spend 2 more fuel, go down to 11 for 3 more, so we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's use them all to go down to the bottom. Then we spend 3, going to 8, going up 3 drills. And this harpoon drill says once per turn you may spend a drill to collect minerals from an adjacent open floor. So we can spend drills to do stuff. We'll use this mining drone for 3. Go down to 5. So we get 2 drills, go up to 5 drills, and we can refresh one of our drones. And we upgrade your storage cap once for free. So our storage cap is huge now. Then we will spend 4 more to get 2 more drills. We're up to 7 drills here. I want to drill through this barrier. Put that here, and then we're in the lobby. When it's revealed, we get 2 coins, credits. Whenever you... Sorry, we spent 6 for that. Whenever we drill for minerals, we may spend 1 coin for fuel. And we can also keep up 3 cards, don't pay any fuel for them. That's cool. For the last drill, we'll take up this ruby here. And when we do that, we pay 2 coins to get 2 fuel for next turn. I think that's good. And that's our turn. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2. Have to reshuffle. Greg's turn. He will draw the last card. So this is the last turn. It's a 4. So he will do 6. He will drill for this. Getting 2 of those and 2 rubies to that floor. I have 1 more drill. He will drill for the ruby. Then he will take the most valuable one, which is the ruby. And then he will go move down to that floor. So Greg will take this because he triggered the end game. He will get 18 points. We get to draw a card though, which is cool for our... We have 1 last turn to do as much as we can here. As you can see, the minerals are worth points in the end. It's maybe worth getting minerals over excavating a corridor here, if we are able to. I think the best thing we can do here is just to grab as many minerals as we can. We also want to move up so we don't get as much minus points. Let's try. Spend this to get fuel, so get 6 fuel. Spend one of the fuels to play this wheels on heels. So we get 2 movement points, and then we get to draw a card. This was not the greatest. Anyhow, let's take a damage to get 3 more fuel to go up to 8. We then spend 6 fuel down to 2 for 5 drills and a refresh of a drone. We then take this to get 2 fuel, which we spend to get a drill, go up to 6. So we use 5 to drill this corridor. So we were really close to also getting this. Get 2 rubies to the floor. Sorry, we used 5 of our 6 to go like that. Use the last to take a ruby. And I think that's it. Okay, it's time to see who is the driller of legend. We score points for every mine tile we've collected and every mineral on our dashboard, whether it's in the market or in the storage or in the overflow area. We also get points for the milestones and unused shop refresh tiles here. So let's start with the mine tiles. We have 30, 44, 48, 48 plus 46 for these is 94. For the silver here, we get 2 points for each silver, which is 4. We get 3 points for each gold, which is 6. We get 4 points for each sapphire, and we have 5 of them. That's 20. We get 15 points for the emeralds. And we get 6 points each for the rubies, which is 12. The milestones we get are 11 plus 4, which is 15. We also get 4 credit tokens. We get for this one as well, so we get 1 extra there, 16 points. We get 5 points for each credit. 1 point for each 5 credit we have. We don't have any credits. Oh, of course, I used my last 2 movement points to go up 2 here, because we also get minus points for the deeper we are in the cave. So we are at -7 here. And then we get minus points for cards. We have -1, -2, -5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 minus points. So we end up at a score of 153. Greg scores his tiles and his minerals here. So we have 40, 50, 60, 81 for mine tiles. We have 18 for the milestone down here. Then we have silver. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's times 2, so 16 for silver. Gold. We have 3 gold. That's 9 points. We have 5 sapphires, which is 20 points. We have 3 emeralds, 15 points. And then we have 3 rubies, which is 6 points each, 18 points. Greg scored 177. And remember, this is the 3-star difficulty, which is, I would say, a hard one. It's not the most difficult one, but it's hard. I haven't beaten it yet. And there you have it. That was a full solo playthrough of Drillers. If you are looking to adjust the challenge, you the corporate bot or Greg features 4 levels of difficulty. And you find these on the back of these dashboards, represented by 1 to 4 stars. And each of these use different action boards. Higher levels make the bot significantly more efficient at drilling and moving to high value floors. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.